Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate, and if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, I felt like we should use the angel answer cards, pull one from there for an overall energy. We're going to get our animal oracle, and we're going to put those out as overall energy for what you may be struggling with. We're going to look at current energies or what you may have to look at, and then we have future energies for energies that may possibly be coming in for you. We're going to get some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an oracle. All right, also I have updated my links down below. Just go below the video and hit see more, and there are links to the cards that I use. If you're interested in any of the ones that I use, just click on those and it'll bring you right to it. I know because there's been a lot of people that are asking about what cards that I use, so the links are down below. All right, so let's get an angel answers and start with that. Capricorn love, what's going on? What's going on with Capricorn love? Angel answers. This one. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready for love. You're ready for a relationship. You're ready to start things. All right. Animal Oracle, Capricorn. Love. Take the lead. Okay, so that may be what you may be struggling with, is taking the lead with something. So it could be that maybe you're ready to discuss something with your partner, or you're ready to talk to somebody. Love reading could be a relationship with a partner or a friend, or it could be a job, like a business, right? Maybe it's your job, you're ready to take the lead and you're ready to move on. You know, maybe you're ready to advance your career, or you're ready to change it. It could be a relationship that you've had something on your mind and now you're ready to take the lead. Could be that you're single and now you're ready to get back into dating, right? You're ready to take the lead and put yourself out there. You're feeling like you're in a good space. All right, current energy, slow and steady wins the race. So whatever it is that you're struggling with taking the lead with, make sure that it's slow and steady, that you're not rushing anything, that you're not pushing anything, that you're not forcing anything. Then we have Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. That it may be something different than what you were expecting, and you're kind of starting out on one path and then it kind of leads you to another path, but I feel like it's trusting in that divine detours, that it's trying to lead you to something that's even better than what you were thinking. That it could have different advantages, right? Because you've taken the lead and you've made some decisions and you've made some choices and you're moving forward with those. And it's not only like the end result of that being in a better place with your relationship, but also being in a better place with the relationship that you have with yourself, because you took the lead in the situation. You waited until you were ready. Bottom of the deck, we have overcome any obstacles. All right, overcoming those obstacles of slow and steady wins the race, not forcing anything, not pushing anything, not getting irritated, not getting a negative energy, that if there's some detours that happen with a situation that you decide to take the lead in, that if it pushes you in a different direction, that you're okay with that you're realizing, okay, that you have to trust in this. It could be, like I said before, that you have to discuss something with someone. You're ready to talk about things within your relationship. It could be that you're ready to put yourself out there and start dating and try new things. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, so it could represent a Taurus, but that's also having that faith and that belief in yourself and having that strong foundation within yourself, and knowing that you are taking the lead and you are making the choices that are best for you. That may be something that you're struggling with. We have the Chariot, which is Cancer side, which is that forward movement. We also have the Gold and the Silver Sphinx, which can represent that not sure about decisions, not sure about which direction you're going in. So this is what you're struggling with. So I feel like it's struggling with you taking the lead. Is that maybe sometimes we overthink things and we say, okay, this is the choice that I'm going to make. And then we're like, oh no, I'm questioning myself. I'm doubting myself. And that's what could be possibly that you have to work on. It could be that within this relationship, you're trying to decide, do I want to stay in this relationship or do I want to go in this relationship? Do I want to voice my opinion? Do I want to talk about things? Do I want to speak up about things or do I not want to? So I feel like there may be that conflict that you're trying to deal with. And then we have the Magician. So I definitely feel the Magician represents taking the lead because he is taking control of the situation. He has his hands around the wands, the cups, the swords, the pentacles. He's taking control of the situation, and that's the power and that's the energy that you have to embody, and that's that I can make it happen. If it's starting out, dating, that you're like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I make the best choices for me, that I look at past relationship patterns, that maybe I was picking the same kind of person and that I don't want to pick that person again, that you are in a stronger, better place and you don't want to repeat those patterns, that you've worked on yourself. Sometimes it's just about kind of maybe just putting yourself out there a little bit, that if you start to feel overwhelmed, you back away and you have that time to kind of recharge yourself and then get back into it. It doesn't mean that you have to keep pushing yourself. If you're feeling the anxiety and the stress of it, to back away from it. Just like we're saying here, is slow and steady wins the race. It could be a relationship that maybe there are some changes that you want within the relationship and you kind of start with some things, you see how that goes, and then you add to that, right? And you gain your strength and you take the lead in that situation. If there are things that you want to talk about or there are things that you want to work through, and that you kind of know that these changes are going to be slow and steady, and that you at least put them out there. You say, hey, this is really bothering me, or this is what we need to work on, or I really want to talk about this, or this is how you're making me feel, and I need to express this, I need to talk to you about this, and to get that off your chest so that you don't start building up those walls around yourself, or you don't start shutting down, okay? You also make those choices that are best for you, that you start looking out for you, that if you feel that you're not being heard within a relationship. Definitely that was kind of the energy that I was starting to get into, is that shutting down and that closing off. I was kind of thinking of the Tower energy, but it's like you want to make sure that you don't get in this this energy, and that's what I was saying, that if you start to get onto the dating sites, that if you feel overwhelmed by things, that you back away, right? That you look out for yourself first. If you feel someone is giving you that energy that you feel is not positive or good, or that you want to surround yourself, then you back away from that. Knight of Wands is that forward progress and taking those actions to make things happen. All right, changing things up. That's what I was saying, is changing things up within a relationship, that you're able to speak your mind, have your voice heard, talk about things, discuss things. Look at those parts of the relationship that you feel are lacking or that you want to change. Or it's, like I said, new relationship patterns if you're just getting into dating. And it's that forward movement and that forward progress for things to be calmer, right? Because you want things calmer, you want things easier, you want things to flow better. And you want those rewards of that hard work that you've done, and that's rewarding. And it's not only that you're working on your relationship and you're making that better, but that makes you feel better. And I feel like it makes that connection with that other person stronger too. We have strength. All right, so that's Leo. So that is that confidence. And it's also about facing those challenges. And like I said, if you have something that you have to talk to your partner about, that you're confident in what it is that you have to say, you take the lead, and you kind of have to say those difficult things, but you do it in a good way, and not an overbearing or controlling way, right? That you're confident in your beliefs and you say, this is my truth and this is what I need to talk to you about, and this is important to me. All right, so let's get some more. And also, if you start dating again, it's like you know what it is that you want and you need from a relationship. And if you feel that person can't support you in that, then you need to make another choice, that you're not going to settle. Look at that Magician again. So I feel like it's again getting those things under control, you taking control of things. We have the Death card, which is Scorpio. It's letting go of those insecurities and letting go of those things that are holding you back and having that transformation and that change within yourself. And I love it because it's take the lead, right? And we have the Death card, and maybe that's a new thing for you, is you getting things under control and you feeling like you have a voice and you looking out for yourself. Knight of Swords. I mean, I love how he's gripping that sword there, and we have the eagle there, which is that success and that victory and that confidence, and I will handle the situations and I will deal with these things and I will find solutions and I will not accept less than. I feel like I have all of these eyes looking at me, because I'll show you. We have, let's see, how determined is the look on the Magician's face, right? That's determination. And then the determination of this, the Knight of Swords, it's like, do you hear me? It's like shaking you. You can do it. All right, and then we have the Page of Wands, which is that young, new energy and those new actions and those new things that you're doing. And then we have communicating with those that you feel you need to communicate to, and reaching out and extending that olive branch and working through those situations or those feelings or those maybe those things that were stressing you. And you're like, this is really bothering me and I need to talk to this person about it because I have to get it off my chest and I have to work through this, right? And then letting go of those wands, tens or completions, and getting past this and feeling like, I'm so glad I had this talk. I'm so glad I had this discussion. Or that if it's just kind of practicing, if you're on the dating sites and you're like, this person doesn't feel right for me, and so I'm going to move on from that. This doesn't have a good beginning for me, so I'm not going to choose that. Or saying, hey, I have to choose better for myself, and just being proud of yourself for that. Like, yeah, I made a good decision because in the past I would have chose that person, or I would have put up with that situation, right? Yeah, I would have dealt with that. In the past, I would have dealt with that, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Because we have the Queen of Wands, because look at the look on her face. She's like, I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve, right? I'm not going to let someone else take my power. I mean, look, she has 2 dragons on her shoulder. Talk about powerful, right? That she's not going to let someone else have power over her. Relationships, I feel, is about working together as a partnership together, not one person having power over another person. Look at that. And then we have the Lovers. I love it. I love it. That's exactly what I was saying, is that it's 2 people working together, seeing eye to eye, working together on a relationship, not one person having power over another person. Overcoming those obstacles within the relationship. And like I was saying, if it's a current relationship that you feel that there's something that you want to discuss or you want to talk about, and you come into that own power, and that you feel that this is important for you to get off your chest and work through, and you're able to release that, I feel like it brings your relationship closer together because you're communicating. Communication is very important within relationships. Communication is about everything. You have to be able to feel like you can talk to that person about anything and everything. So I feel like I'm looking back at this, you're ready. So it says you are ready to take the lead in this situation and do what you need to do to get to this point here where you're in your own power and your relationships become stronger and better, right? Letting go of this and focusing on this. It's definitely a process, right? It takes time for this to happen. Sometimes it's like like I said, you make a little bit of a progress. If you feel overwhelmed, or then you kind of back off, and then you regain your strength, and then you go at it again. You do to where you feel comfortable and not pushing yourself into this Nine of Swords energy. All right, so let's get a Lenormand and close out. The Sun card, I love it. The Sun, yes, the Sun, because that's what I was saying, is that I feel like it's on so many different levels, that by doing this, this brings you that self-empowerment, that brings you that strength within yourself, that brings you, you're patting yourself on the back as I'm so proud of myself for handling this situation or dealing with this situation or walking away from something when I feel I need to walk away from it. But that I was hanging in there and I'm working on this goal here and I'm achieving this goal, that I'm reaching my goals. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.